Beijing 2008. This is a fight that Molina's been waiting for. He needs this type of name on his record to establish himself as a true contender. And we invite you to be a part of the crowd that's cheering tonight. Cheer along using Hear Me Cheer on any device and have your voice heard live during the fights. Go to espn.hearmecheer.com to participate.
No, right away, I noticed something with Pedraza. You know, maybe it's something you learn with in the Loma fight. You know, but he fights a little bit off rhythm. You know, he uses his hands, you know, his feet. You know, he fades in and out. You know, a lot of things to distract his opponents. Loma does that a lot. You see him probing often. See that movement right there? That can be frustrating if you're on the other side of that, because you kind of try to time that movement.
So he's continually trying to throw you off your game, and that's the beauty of boxing. When you face the best in the world, you pick up those wrinkles that then you can implement as part of your game plan. If that's the case from Pedraza, who switches well from orthodox to southpaw, and that's something great to pick up and to put into play.
So as soon as you see Pedraza get hit with the jab, he's probably going to switch to southpaw because, you know, one, he can. Two, when you switch to southpaw, it takes the jab away from the orthodox fighter. It's hard to land the jab from the position from the orthodox on the southpaw.
Javier Molina is a fighter who's content being the counterpuncher, but he said, if they think I'm going to be just waiting for him to dictate the pace, they're going to be in for a big surprise. I'm going to take advantage of my opportunities, but first I got to feel them out early on.
Yeah, right now what Molina's doing right now is he's just being a counterpuncher. He's being patient. He's staying behind himself, behind his jab, staying in good form. And every time Pedraza does something, he's reacting to it. He's throwing something back.
See a nice counter right there from Javier Molina. Both being very responsible on the defensive end, looking for openings on the offensive side.
Yeah, this fight's going to have a lot of ebb and flows because, you know, both fighters are slick boxers. You know, that's what they are. So somebody's going to have to, you know, dictate the pace, turn it up a little bit to, you know, create separation on the back end of this fight. I believe this fight is going to go 12 rounds, by the way. Or 10 rounds.
I was going to say, you 10
can
believe what you want, Tim.
I'm thinking about championship boxing. 10 rounds.
Believe what you want, but this was scheduled for 10. Round one just came to an end. Usually, when you get the Mexico-Puerto Rico matchup, you get the Mexican fighter who comes forward and the Puerto Rican who is more of the technical fighter. I expect more of a tactical fight between us because we're very similar, as you mentioned, Tim. But the difference will be that I have more wrinkles to my game. We'll see as the fight progresses if he's able to implement those wrinkles against a fighter like Molina.
No, he's right. You know, he's definitely more versatile in his offense, you know, and also defense, because he has the ability to switch in southpaw.
Hasn't done it so far. Nice jab from Pedraza, stops Molina right in his tracks.
There it is. Again, Pedraza using that off rhythm. You know, but what I like about Molina is that he's not being bothered by it. He's actually just taking his time, looking to time Pedraza. As soon as he sees him shoot, bop, or stand still for just a split second, bop, he lands a shot just like there.
Both got lightning quick hands, and one of the things that we've seen with Pedraza is he's got power, but he doesn't like to engage all the time.
Yeah, everything is about distance and positioning for both these guys right here. Pedraza right there threw a right hand. Molina steps out, gets out of range, and Pedraza thought about switching southpaw, but he didn't. He stayed conventional.
You'll recall that after the postponement of the Pedraza fight, Molina, well, I'll get to that right now. Let's get to Mark Kriegel and see what's going on.
Roberto Luna, Molina's trainer, is really happy. Says he's doing a good job with distance. Eventually, he's going to walk him down. He goes, my guy has more power than people know. He fought all those years at welterweight. He has more power than he gets credit for.
And it was actually Javier Molina who said, look, you guys look at my 9 knockouts and think this guy can't crack. But in reality, I was out drinking. He's like, I knew a fight was a month away. I said, look, man, this is my last weekend. I'm going to go crazy because then I got 3 weeks of training. I mean, he admitted all the mistakes he made along the way that really cost him the opportunity to be where he should have been earlier than he is at this stage of his career. He threw away all the good faith that comes and all the good fortune that comes with being an Olympian.
You know, we all learn differently. Sometimes you got to go through that pain and go through that agony. So, you know, it can transform you into what he is today.
He's a steady boxer. He's got really good reflexes, quick to react on the inside.
Ooh, nice right hand.
There you go. Speaking about reaction time, like a solid counterpunch with that right on Jose Pedraza.
Without doing anything, understand? Look, give me a little bit more feints, close line. Now listen, keep picking at that body when you're mid-range. Every single time you go to the body, right? You try to cover up. The next one you can dump it over the top. You know what I'm talking about? Walk a little bit too hard. Walk a little bit. Switch it up. Switch up side to side. Switch up.
See, I like the rhythm of Pedraza right here in this sequence right here because, you know, you're changing the rhythm. You're changing the distance. You're in close, then you're getting out. Then you're in close, and then you're getting out. See, he pops a jab right there. He lands it, and then he gets himself out of range and doesn't get hit with any of the return fire.
I thought at the end of the round, the best punch was landed by Javier Molina.
Yes.
That nice counter, right? Let's see who builds on it here at the start of round 3 as Jose Pedraza, they call him the sniper, and he comes out sniping with that quick left hook. And you see the counter there, upstairs and downstairs from Molina. This is one of those very technical and tactical fights where, you know, it could turn on just one single punch. There's a headbutt. Now, earlier, Russell Mora went to the commission table and said, look, the swelling under the eye of Molina was caused by a punch. So it was very important that he made that clear early on in that second round.
Now I see blood coming from the eye, from the headbutt on Molina.
So now the cut by a headbutt, according to what Russell Mora mentioned to the commission immediately. After 4 rounds, we'd be going to the scorecards.
Over there.
First,
I got an accidental headbutt. Okay? Okay. Accidental headbutt, time in.
all right, Tim, the difference when it's on the inside of the eyebrow as opposed to the outside of the eyebrow.
Well, the difference is the inside, you know, it's a possibility that that blood could run down in his eye, you know, and blur his vision. But oh,
There's another again.
Watch your head, brother. Watch your head.
My
You too,
goodness.
watch your head. Both of you. Okay? Watch your head. Let's go.
You know, that happens because both guys are trying to get really aggressive and opening up with their punches in the inside, and their heads are coming together.
Pedraza with a, you know, hopping in and out, hopping laterally.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to do that, but you got to know why you're doing it sometimes. Right. Sometimes I just think he just does it out of spite, but, you know, is he trying to set up something? You know, every move you do in the ring has to have a reason why.
You've got to have a purpose behind what you're doing in the ring. And so far, the only purpose served is to cut your opponent and land another headbutt from Pedraza. Got to be careful with it moving forward. Working that jab to the body is the Puerto Rican, and now a left hook downstairs and an overhand right from Jose Pedraza.
Pedraza now is starting to get in his rhythm. You know, he's starting, and then another headbutt right there.
That was a double whammy, low blow and a headbutt from Pedraza.
See, the thing is that Molina's just keeping his head right there. He needs to move his head from side to side when he sees Pedraza just come straight in. Get his head off that line. You can tell the blood is starting to frustrate Molina a little bit. Molina now is trying to pick up the intensity and kind of rushing his attack, straying away from his game plan a little bit.
Javier Molina got back together with his original trainer.
There you see Pedraza going down to the body, coming in behind his head, lowering his head. You see Molina keeping his head right on the line. You know, when you get close to your opponent, especially in the inside, you gotta try to get your head off to the shoulder. That will actually help you not get.
Pedraza, he hit the trifecta of headbutts. He caused the cut over the left eye of Molina with the first one. Then he hit the right side of his face, and then right on the chin with the third headbutt. So,
and then a low blow.
And then the low blow. So, man, if you hit the parlay, congratulations. Molina getting a little bit more active here, and once again, Pedraza coming in with the head.
Pull his head down. You can't pull his head down. I understand that, but you pulled his head down. Watch your head.
Nice combination to the body, and then upstairs from Pedraza. Molina going to the body and sticking that jab out there. I think this fight is as advertised.
It is. Both these guys are boxers. They're superior boxers, but you can see, you know, Pedraza, you can see the experience of him. You know, changing his rhythm, changing the cadence up on his punches, coming in and out of range. Now he's southpaw in the southpaw position. Didn't feel comfortable there. He slips in and throws a left hook.
Mark Kriegel, you were in the corner of Javier Molina. What's the thought process going on there?
Mike Basil, the cutman, says it's a little jagged, but it's not deep. What also concerns me is a mouse under the eye. I said, give me a 1 to 10. He goes 6.
Basil can work with that.
Yeah, well, Basil's great. He's a professional at his craft. He's definitely gonna have to work that inswell on that eye.
And that one was caused by a legal punch, according to Russell Mora, before the end of round number 2. So that's going to also be an interesting determination as the fight continues, if it were to be stopped by the cut or by the inflammation.
Right now, when you're watching this, Bernardo, who looks like they're dictating the pace and the tempo? The one that's doing that is the one that's moving forward. That's Pedraza.
Yeah, that's what the judges
look out for. He's looking for the action. Molina needs to step on the gas a little bit if he wants to win some of these rounds.
And his trainer, Roberto Luna, said, look, you got to start walking him down. So they see the same thing you're seeing. Nice right hand as Molina was walking backwards. And in the eyes of the judges, it looks even better for Pedraza when you do something like that, as he continues to connect now from the southpaw stance.
It's beautiful work right here. Great rhythm and sequence by Pedraza, switching southpaw seamlessly, confusing Molina. Molina had no response.
He had to know the switch was coming at some point in this fight. It comes right near the end of round number 4. The fight is scheduled for 10. And we'll listen into what Roberto Luna has to say to Javier Molina.
Nice right hand.
Okay? Short range now. Start breaking your waist, okay? And I want those uppercuts when you shoot in. You understand? All right? You can throw your jabs from that distance. You understand? Throw that jabs from that distance.
Yeah.
Other times on the physical aspect, Roberto Luna was working on the psychological aspect of making Molina believe that he belongs.
That's right. You know, that's a trainer's responsibility. Not only does he have to teach him technically, he has to, you know, make sure that his fighter's motivated and that he's believing in himself, that he can do it. But the thing is that Molina is too predictable right now. He just comes straight down the middle, you know, like that.
Yeah.
Shot his punches, stayed right there on the line and was hit with a 1-2 by Pedraza. And you can just see the rhythm of Pedraza, you know, so smooth, in and out, changing distance. That's so confusing for a fighter on the receiving end.
And Pedraza for now is landing at a 3-to-1 clip and moving forward, doing everything the judges like to see. And that's why Luna was so adamant with Molina. You've got to change the way the fight looks. It's the southpaw stance. The one who's changing looks is Sniper Pedraza.
Yeah, it's easy. I mean, he's getting off the line. He's moving, looking sweet. Look at that seamless switch from southpaw to orthodox. This guy has a lot of skills. You know, Pedraza, a ton of skills, can compete with any 140 out there. But, you know, when he is on, he is on. And right now, he's figuring out his range and where he needs to be successful.
I mean, we saw this against Vasily Lomachenko for moments. So when you can do it against one of the best pound for pound in the world, I mean, that's what befuddles you at times. Like, how can he do it against Loma and not do it against other guys?
Listen, Pedraza right now is in a great rhythm, and he got Molina fighting his fight, just walking straight in, and he's getting his head off the line, and it's so easy. This is target practice right now. Molina has no answers. Good right hand right there from Molina, but he needs to do more.
And that's exactly what Roberto Luna was telling Molina. You've got the tools, you've got the skills, you just got to use it. And the problem with Molina throughout his career is he does not throw enough punches. And that's one of the things that really has dogged him. You know, of course, it's that inconsistency. And now he's got to get over that. Now a headbutt once again.
See, the thing is with Molina, he's a counterpuncher mostly, but he can't come forward. But he doesn't know how to come forward and get where he needs to get to where he needs to get to. 1, 2, when he gets to where he needs to get to, he lands one shot and then he gets back out at distance, taking away his advantage.
You know, we talked about Molina. He throws about 45 punches per round. And there you see Pedraza able to line him up with a nice shot. Oh, and Molina lands a nice counter right hand as Pedraza was walking right in.
Watch your feet, guys.
It's consistency of Pedraza against the every once in a while shots that.
You know what, I'm so impressed right now with Pedraza tonight. You know, seamlessly switching right there, right in front of Molina, landing a straight left down to the body. You know, this is frustrating. You know, every time he switches, you got to make an adjustment. You got to compute that, you being the fighter. And here's some more combinations right here from Pedraza. And then moving out on the angle. And what do you see here? You see Molina doing nothing, walking forward, and you see Pedraza getting his head off the line and firing straight down, probably from Lomachenko.
So after the first half of the fight, Molina's connected a total of 29 punches overall. Pedraza's landed 79. That's 50 more and a total of 39 power punches. So when you look at the activity, the accuracy, I mean, you're doubling up and more in terms of Pedraza being able to be that sniper who's connecting and dictating the pace.
Pedraza looking sweet right now. That straight left hand down to the body is brutal. He's landing. He's looking to set something over the top. He's gonna loop that. He's gonna loop that left hand eventually.
You only get your prime as a boxer once, Tim, and life in this sport is unforgiving if you don't take advantage of that time.
It is unforgiving, and the life in this sport is very short. You know, many would say, you know, how long? Not long.
And that's what Molina's battling against, as now Pedraza seems to be bleeding from the nose.
Go, stop!
See, right there, that's a veteran tactic right there. You know, you end up over the top of the guy, you push his head down, that's going to weaken him. He's going to force him to use his knees, use his legs, bend his knees and head.
Molina bleeding from the nose, too, so it's a fight. Mark, what's the latest on the Molina corner and how they think they can turn this around?
Good news for Molina is Mike Basil says the cut's not getting any worse. The bad news is we're just about approaching desperation time. Corner says walk him down now, double right hands.
Easier said than done, especially against a guy who switches southpaw and gives you so many angles. And a lot of times, Tim, fighters tell you in the fighter meetings, how are you going to win this fight? With experience. And Pedraza is the actual epitome of what experience means.
Yes, he is.
Nice right hand, though, by Molina. You know, they can never articulate, well, it's the experience. But here, with Pedraza, you've articulated it for him. It's the experience against Gervonta Davis.
Yes.
It's the experience against a top-level fighter like Vasily Lomachenko.
Yeah, because then when you see something ordinary like this, a guy that's just walking straight in, then you know what to do. It's automatic. You've seen this before. This is nothing for him. He's been in the ring with some of the top fighters in the world, Lomachenko included.
See those angles, you see that movement. I mean, we look at Pedraza and you look at the fact that he's had 30 professional fights, but at the end of the day, he's only 31 years old. He's a two-division champion. I mean, this guy has a resume behind him that speaks to his skill level.
Yes, he does, and he's breaking down Molina little by little. And if he wants to take Molina out, he has a good chance in doing so.
The question is, will he play it safe like he did against Miguel Lapierre, or will he put his foot on the gas pedal? Well,
wow, that sounds like a confident corner to me.
Well, they should be after what we've seen in the first 6 rounds. Total dominance from Jose Sniper Pedraza, who worked to the body last round at a 26% clip. And we talk about, Tim, when you got a fighter who's moving, who's slick, how do you stop him?
Gotta go to the body. Slow them legs down. You know, put some buns in the oven, baby. That's what Molina needs to do. When you have a guy that's slick, he's moving his body side to side, moving his feet to keep him still, you dig down to the body.
Molina made us think, wow, after he stopped Hiroki Okada in just 64 seconds, the return of that Olympian. But he's had a hard time as there's been no soft touches for him.
No, and it won't be. It won't be any soft touches from here on out. You know, this is his chance right here to show that he's top 10 for Molina. You know, right now, Molina's just walking straight in. Right now, Pedraza's just doing exactly what his trainer said. Let him come to you. You move, you play defense. Take this round off so we can come finish strong. I would like to see some feints coming from Molina. No feints. Change up the rhythm a little bit. Just don't walk straight in.
You mentioned a key word there was confidence, and you only gain confidence when you've been dominant, and that's been the case for Jose Pedraza. And you mentioned perfectly just what the mindset is. Look, take this round off so you can finish strong. Don't let him get that second wind. And
don't let him give him confidence or give him any kind of momentum to get himself back in the fight. You know, every now and then a fighter just needs to land one shot and then they get revved up. You know, he wants to keep him tamed, keep him missing, keep him frustrated, and just counterpunch just like that, and he hurt him.
Yes. Woo! Molina is wobbled there, and now he gets clipped by a nice left hand from Jose Pedraza. He was supposed to take this round off, and it looks like he's trying to knock off Molina's head. We'll see how Javier Molina recovers from that. Is he able to dig down deep and find that motivation? His daughter, he's expecting another baby soon. But what will be what keeps him going here in round 7 after being tagged by Jose Pedraza?
Pedraza right now can end this right now if he needs to take his attention downstairs on Molina. Get those hands down. There it is. The experience. You see the experience right there. What did he do? He went down with his straight left down to the body.
And he followed it up with a beautiful right uppercut. Molina doesn't know where the punches are coming. That's one of the things that makes really good offensive fighters, where the angles are different, and that left hook lands perfectly for Jose Sniper Pedraza here at the end of the 7th round. What a solid round for Pedraza, who was supposed to take this round off.
My dad, that's my dad.
Wow. That movement, what he do, uses aggression against him. That's what you do. You know, Molina, even though he's slightly taller, he's walking forward, walking straight in, boom.
Speaking Spanish to the wrong guy.
Make him run into a shot. And you see his legs right there. The reason why his legs went like that, because he hit him high on the temple, you know. Nice follow-up right there. In the inside by Pedraza. Looping left hand. That was a shot that I said that was going to be an effect later in this.
He was able to recover pretty well. So Javier Molina, this is the way it's looking, and it's pretty bleak in terms of power punching. Double up in terms of punches landed from Jose Pedraza. And Molina's have to dig deep here in this round, because he's only got 9 more minutes to pull this off.
So right now Pedraza's looking for the kill shot right now. You know, you see him settle down his movement now. Now he's looking to move in quickly with both feet down on the canvas, because that's the way you generate punching power. He's looking to hurt Molina.
And once again, he starts at the body, trying to bring those hands down, because he knows he's susceptible.
Pedraza won't see. You see Pedraza leaning forward a little bit. The uppercut, the right uppercut could land. when Pedraza attacks for Molina.
Molina's got to have confidence in it, though. And right now, he seems somewhat confused as to what's coming. I think that's the one thing that Pedraza's been able to do throughout this fight as he lands a nice left hand is keep Molina off balance.
Man, that was a beautiful left hand over the top. Pedraza acted like he was going to his pocket, going to his left side with a body shot, and then just looped a big overhand left over the top.
And then moments ago, he looked like he was going to go loop an outside right hand, and he went straight like that. So everything that Pedraza's throwing is landing, and here's another headbutt. He's got to watch out for that because he shouldn't risk getting a point deducted here from referee Russell Moore for the headbutts, especially when your jab and your left hook is working so well. The concentration level in the eyes of Jose Pedraza and his ability to just be so quick with his hands and feet. Oh, nice body shot again. A straight left from Pedraza.
Well, it's easy to land when you have a fighter right in front of you, not willing to engage because he doesn't want to be countered. Now, the first time right there, I saw that Molina reached out and grabbed and tied up Pedraza. He hurt him with that shot.
There's that 1-2 to the body and upstairs from Jose Sniper Pedraza. Veteran move. Bring him back to your corner, so you got to walk all the way. More power punches landed for Pedraza in this fight. And in the corner, right before we saw the replay sequence, Roberto Luna told Javier Molina, you need a knockout to win this fight.
But he didn't tell him how, though. He didn't say how. He just said you need a knockout. What is that telling you? Okay. Didn't say anything.
At least let your hands go. I think that's understood.
Hey, use a punch. It's a changeup. You know, you're doing the same thing over and over. Jab, jab, right hand, jab, right hand, and occasional left hook to the body. Come with your looping overhand right. Surprise Pedraza.
You know, as the fights have progressed here in the bubble, starting on June 9th when we came back, Puerto Rican fighters have done extremely well here in the bubble.
That's interesting.
I remember Christopher Pitufo Diaz looked really good.
Yes.
This is the second fight that Jose Pedraza has looked stellar. Josue Vargas looked really good.
I remember him. I can't wait to see him back.
Yeah. I mean, these guys are taking advantage of the opportunities that the bubble presents. Fighters of all nationalities have looked good, but those Puerto Ricans stand out in particular to me.
Pedraza right now is not looking to take too many chances right now. He's just being very smart, you know, coasting, and he's just looking to take advantage of the aggression of the fighter that's behind him in the scorecards.
And there you go.
Shots like that. Just let him walk into stuff.
Walked him into that right hand, and now he's going to the body. Pedraza 1-2, move. Pop, pop, see you later. When you look across the ring, someone's just tapping you that way, Tim, and they look spry, they look like energetic, like they could still keep going. It's got to be disheartening.
It is. It truly is. The only fighter that ever made me feel that way was Manny Pacquiao. You know, superior conditioning. He had another gas tank. You know, I was always able to hang with a lot of the other guys, you know, but Manny Pacquiao was something special, something different. And that goes to show you how special Mayweather was.
Dropping knowledge tonight.
Yeah, but all these guys have it. You know, Terrence Crawford has it. You know, he can stay focused for 12 rounds. It's hard to stay focused in there for 12 rounds. Shakur Stevenson has it. The rhythm, that's what it was all about for Pedraza tonight. Controlling distance, getting in and out of range. That was confusing for Molina. Molina tried. He tried hard in spots, but the versatility of Pedraza, just too much. He can switch southpaw. You know, he has great feet, great awareness. He has good power, great boxing ability as well. You know, he switched up the cadence on his punches, switched up the trajectory of his punches, excuse me. And, you know, he basically, in my opinion, played with Molina. I'm in consensus with Mark. He's ready for any 140-pounder out there. I don't know if any of these guys want to get in the ring with him.
When we look at these CompuBox numbers, 164 punches landed overall. More than half of those, at 96, were power punches. So a really impressive performance from Jose Pedraza.
And after 10 rounds here inside the MGM Grand, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. Tim Cheatham has the bout 99-91. Julie Letterman and Patricia Morse-Jarman both score the bout 98-92. Declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Jose "Sniper" Pedraza!
Jose Pedraza, he rang true with his sniper nickname tonight against the man who is named untouchable, El Intocable Molina. Well, he was not untouchable tonight.